Hey friends, Neff here. Welcome to episode 38 of Let's Play Pokemon Stadium. Today, we're going to take on Blaine and some other stuff. We're really in the home stretch here. After Blaine, well, I had to speed this fight up. There's a lot of stalling here, and anything over 4 minutes I feel like is just too long. I like to get as many battles in at once as I can. So after this, there's one more gym leader, the Elite Four, and our rival, as we saw the last time we ran through here. But otherwise, we have the Ultre Ball and then the Master Ball tier of the Prime Cup as well. I'm thinking I'll end up doing 2 runs through the Master Ball Cup because I do want to get a Surfing Pikachu, and I just want to send it over to Gen 2. I think that'll be fun. So for that, I will change my party up somewhat, I think, since I have to free up a spot for Pikachu on the team. That'll be fine. I'll just get rid of Chansey, who has kind of ended up being dead weight for my playstyle. As much as I appreciate what Chansey can do, not having access to a second Seismic Toss team has kind of gimped it, and that's a bummer. But that's okay. I'll make some changes to it once I send it over to Generation 2. So that'll be fine. I'm thinking also, primarily for the very last fight, since Pikachu has to be used in the battle, it will take up a slot. I'm thinking of probably swapping out Exeggutor for Mewtwo, who I've also went ahead and Vitamin Trained. I know that breaks my my no legendary rule, but I think it's going to be a necessary evil for getting Surfing Pikachu, just because the battles are so much more difficult. But also, I took the time to raise up a Mewtwo, and I think running with it for a little while, legendaries are fine. They're just not what I consider to be fair for a true run, or someone who's, who makes the claim that they are a good battler. And Poliwrath finally goes down. Exeggutor's earning his keep here. As much stalling has happened in this match, I know I've talked over the majority of it. Even a critical's not enough, and he at least gets to go for the setup. So yeah, I still haven't quite decided. I obviously still have the Ultra Ball tier that I need to clear, but part of me wants to show off Mewtwo a lot just because he is the most powerful Pokemon in Generation 1 and 2, realistically. I didn't teach him anything special. He learns Psychic on his own, and he learns Amnesia, which is really, really good. Raises his special attack and defense 2 stages. It's just crazy good. So it might be fun to show that off. I'm not really sure what I want to do quite yet. I know I've shown Alakazam pretty extensively up to this point, and to show something even more powerful as a sweeper than Alakazam, it'll be fun. But I really want to run with a Surfing Pikachu in Generation 2, even though my Pikachu from Yellow is like level 25 or 26 or 27 at this point. Obviously, I won't be using it early game, but since we didn't really use Pikachu in Generation 1, even though we played Yellow version and it was like his titular title, yeah, I think it'll just make for something more interesting in Gen 2. But I'm rambling. We're up against Blaine now, who of course leads with a grass-type Pokemon because, yeah, sure, why not, I guess. But I hate Tangela. I've faced so many of them in Stadium, and it's actually given me a much better appreciation for Tangela itself. Like, not having the poison typing actually does it a lot as far as survivability goes, just because any weakness to Psychic is obviously a death sentence against my team. But I have no means of OHKOing it with the team I have. I mean, even a Fire Blast from Chansey isn't going to do it. A Blizzard from Lapras, I guess, could theoretically deal with it. But the speed difference, Lapras getting paralyzed, is even worse than, in my opinion, than Alakazam being paralyzed. Because at least with Alakazam, he hits like a Mack truck with Psychic. His special stat is just so crazy high. Plus with Alakazam, I can paralyze an opponent, so even if I'm paralyzed, I'll outspeed them again.
What will the next Pokemon be? Oh, it's Mudbug!
So anywho, wasn't too bad. Tangela definitely put in some work and got us paralyzed. I was expecting for Magmar to open with Confuse Ray, because that's usually like its go-to. But he didn't, so we get to paralyze him and at least set the stage for our second Pokemon to come in. Didn't get the special down. That would have been nice, but it's pretty unnecessary. Yeah, it's finally taken down. Unnecessary critical. Now at this point, either Pokemon I have has a move that would be super effective. I feel like Snorlax contributes the least on the team that I brought, so I'm going to lead with Snorlax. So that way I still have access to self-destruct, because it won't be my final Pokemon. Unnecessary critical, but I'll take it. Look at this little kissy lips. Magmar, you weird little dude. Okay, so it's not really any... I don't have anything super effective against Charizard because it is flying type.
What's this?
Oh, the burn is definitely gonna hurt. Cuts our attack in half. It would have been a knockout if we hadn't been burned. No biggie. Lapras has two moves that are super effective, because in Generation 1, Fire type does not resist Ice type. It's just super effective against it.
There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down to the one. Nail the weak spot.
And I'm not worried about that at all. I think I would have stood to lose more against a flamethrower, actually. Well, that's Blaine. He fights much better than he does in any of the games, that's for sure. His AI is so strange in Generation 1. Using items on like using potions on Pokemon with full health, and just really, really weird. But anywho, let's get started into the Ultre Ball tier here. Just want to get through this. Now, as I was going through this, I feel like these battles, I actually get through most of them easier than I did the Great Ball tier. Really strange. There's only a couple that really lasted much time at all. Which is good, because I really don't like the idea of speeding up battles, but I'm not going to drag out a match for like 8 minutes while I'm just chipping away back and forth.
We might be in for a one-sided affair.
That doesn't make for a very good show. Lucky critical against the pincer. That was unexpected, but pretty nice. Pincer doesn't really have anything that could really hurt us, but it does allow for us to go, 3 versus 2 against our opponent here.
What now?
Doesn't even take us down to half health. Blastoise doesn't have a whole lot in the way of speed, so I'm not real concerned about it critting. Just stay in, gonna soften him up a little bit. And he's paralyzed, which is great for us. It's nice to see the paralysis pay off. And paralyzed one more time. So at this point, I'm predicting a switch, because anytime they're paralyzed and they take a status down, they seem to like to switch. They didn't though, so instead of Seismic Toss, I just used Psychic again. And Omastar is not a bad Pokemon, but I'm in a good enough position where I feel confident that I can at least go for the setup.
What will it do? Oops, it's paralyzed. It's paralyzed on the spot.
And if it's just going to be paralyzed, well, that's all the better. I'm not going to risk eating a stab rock slide.
Here's a Pokemon thing. Oh, it's Executor.
And we have Executor, who resists basically everything that Omastar can throw at it, except for maybe if it has Ice Beam or Blizzard. But neither one of those is going to get the stab, so I'm not too worried about it.
It's paralyzed on the spot. It's paralyzed on the
And we were
spot.
both paralyzed and did nothing. I wish that wouldn't happen. Like, if both sides are gonna roll the dice and be paralyzed, just skip the turn, like re-roll. All it does is make the match take longer. It's not like you can be paralyzed and simultaneously poisoned or anything, so... I guess if you're leech seeded, that would be something, but in the case when you're not, I wish the AI would just re-roll. Even still, got through the match pretty quickly, and got us a perfect, which is always welcome. You never know what kind of bad RNG you're going to get in the final 4 matches. And I always like going against this trainer because 1, Alakazam can sweep it, and 2, basically every one of those Pokemon spends its first turn trying to buff, like, with, what is it, Focus. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Oh well, I'll see the move here in a second. Focus Energy, oh my goodness. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
This This is a wild one from the word go. Oh, it's Marowak. How will the type difference affect that?
Now, we're not super effective against Marowak, but Marowak isn't much of a threat. It's a shame because I really like the idea of Marowak. Yeah, see, it's just wasting its time with focus energy, so we'll be able to take it out for sure.
What's that?
Later on, like, Alolan Marowak is pretty okay. But unfortunately, Marowak's stats are just not good. There's really no reason you would use, say, Marowak over, like, Rhydon or Golem. You just have better options.
The battle has become one-sided. What's this? Perfect game!
It hurts me to hurt you, Nidoking. It really does.
It's getting pumped up.
I'm still considering running Nidoking in Generation 2, though. I feel like in Gen 2, having a wide move variety is almost as important as having access to good stats. Whereas Gen 1, it really, your stats and being able to get like a same type attack bonus is really all you need to be able to strong arm your way through a tough match. But so many mechanics change going to Generation 2. A Nidoking with access to a ground move, a poison move, a water move, you know, maybe slap Thunderbolt, or it can learn, like, not hypnosis, but it can learn a sleep-inducing move as well. So just the variety like that is really helpful. And we're already into the next match here. Since we got our easy perfect on the last one.
Here's the first move. The savage hit. Made itself more evasive.
That increased evasion is irritating. Do not like evasion mechanics at all.
That's a good hit.
You'd figure by the Ultra Ball tier that things would be fully evolved, like Staryu becoming Starmie and gaining that psychic typing makes it much more of a threat.
Oh, it's Kadabra.
And this Kadabra is obviously Vitamin Trained. He only has 2 HP less than us, and we're a whole stage of evolution above him.
It's paralyzed on the spot. Neither one is conceding.
Nice to see that actually working.
What's that?
And now we're just going to chip away. Psychic isn't going to do very much.
Brilliant flash. Accuracy took a hit.
Flash itself is not a very accurate move, so it's
Now,
doubly frustrating when you get hit with...
what's this? Missed
Very
the
frustrating.
target.
It's very frustrating when a low accuracy move lowers your accuracy and then you miss.
Sparks are flying in this
At this point, I've taken too many accuracy downs. I'm just gonna go for the switch. He's fortunately at high enough health. I don't have to worry about him using recover.
Oh, it's Snorlax.
And he's already paralyzed, so I'm not gonna waste any time going with Body Slam. We'll just go with the Earthquake for the extra 10 base power.
Earthquake. Severe hit. Oh, it's down.
Excellent.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's Slowpoke.
And Slowpoke is
The
nothing
remaining
real
Pokemon
special
count
either.
is 3-1. The
But
battle
now
has become one-sided.
we would benefit from getting the paralysis off.
Accuracy took a hit. What's that? hit.
Well, we'll be able to 3-hit KO it.
Flying in this battle.
Slowpoke's pretty bulky, so not real surprised that it could take a hit.
The move failed to
Now
hit.
we're seeing Flash with the accuracy it actually has, though.
What'll it do? There, it's a hit. Neither one is conceding an
Okay,
ace.
nice shot of Slowpoke's behind for no reason.
What now? It didn't work.
Thank goodness.
Body slam. Boom.
And that's the match there.
Oh, is it down and out? And there goes the battle.
Very good, though. Made decent progress into the Ultra Ball tier. And next time, we'll finish it off. See you then.